Now, the intense conclusion of the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion.
Shut up, I got a dinner reservation, honestly.
Okay.
Wow, that was...
I want to move on,
Yes,
okay? All right. I want to get back to Jennifer. You find out about the affair. Was it a one-time only situation?
No, it lasted from what I could tell about over 2 months. So when I found out, I asked him, do you want a divorce? And he said, absolutely not. I want you to forgive me. And he had to go away to Miami. I followed him down there.
Because you didn't trust him?
I didn't trust him. I had my brother call the hotel. Hello, I'm Dr. Aydin. My wife is going to be meeting me there. Please leave her a key for room 416.
Oh, good one.
And I showed up, and he was turned on that I was there. And it reignited some heat between us. And when we left that trip, we were stronger than ever. And I turned around, and I'm like, I'm gonna forget this ever happened. Let's never talk about it.
Did you really not think about it for 10 years?
Never.
I think when this happens, I could speak from experience. When a man is remorseful, they have a beautiful family, it's worth it to give it a chance. It's not always worth it. Frank was not remorseful. I said to Frank, here's the phone. Call her right now and I'll never mention this again. And he's like,
wouldn't do it.
No.
Wow.
It's not that black and white, Andy. He's a good man. He did a bad thing.
Has it brought you closer having to deal with it?
Absolutely. And I know it looked like he was checked out on camera, but he was very uncomfortable having tough conversations on camera, and he didn't know how to be as forthright as I am. Not everybody can do that.
Do you think if you had dealt with it 10 years ago, you would have been in a better place?
I don't think I would have broke down as much as I did. And I questioned myself, too. I'm like, why am I always breaking down? It was so long ago. And the only reasoning I can come up with is the only time I was allowed to cry was by myself in a car.
What do you mean allowed?
Because I didn't want to cry in front of my kids. And I had family all around. I just had a baby. My mother-in-law was staying with me. My mother was staying with me. I had to hide in order to cry.
Listen, you were hurt to the core. And I'm not going to say you weren't. We were all shocked the way you took it. Because the truth is, you were very villainous for many years. And for you to be so hurt, I literally thought at first you were faking it. I was like, she's Scarlett O'Hara. For 4 years, you made it out like your life was perfect.
It was.
Everything was amazing. Unbelievable. So we couldn't believe.
You can have a perfect life.
Wait, if
All
it
right,
was.
just let her finish.
Let me finish my statement, please. Because if everything was so amazing, you wouldn't crumble like that.
I never processed this.
How would we know that you never processed this?
I understand that, but show you my vulnerability, and I decide to share my story. And
but the truth is,
you say I'm Scarlett O'Hara, and I have an Oscar.
You've never been vulnerable. You've been on the attack.
They were surprised to see you cry because they hadn't seen it.
Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong. I looked at it a little bit like you were a little relieved when she said it, because I kind of think you were in so much pain for all those years that you almost wanted him to be held accountable. Am I wrong at all? Because I kind of saw that a little bit.
The Jennifer Aydin alone was relieved. The Jennifer Aydin that's the mother was like, oh my God, now like my husband.
So not as a mother, but you're saying as you kind of wanted him to have to face, like it's a little bit of a punishment for him.
You told your brother you weren't sure things would return to what they were between you and Bill. Where are you two at now?
You know what, Andy? Bill and I both want the same thing. We love having this close-knit family. Like, you just don't give up when the going gets tough.
That's
and
great.
We've been making an effort. Like, we're going to Miami this weekend, just us two.
That's great. Lila from Davis said, Margaret, you've seen how Jennifer suffered. Do you now regret what you did?
If I knew it would cut her to the core, I would have never said it. And I feel very bad her children got hurt.
Jennifer, are you still mad at Margaret for revealing the affair?
No, not anymore.
Really?
You know what it is? I don't want to be mad.
Right. Do you think you could be friends?
I mean, I don't want to ever say ever. I think trust is something that comes with time.
I
but
feel
like,
the same
you know,
way. I feel
it's
the
like
same way about trust, because I really thought we made up. Our lunch together was beyond heartfelt. I don't want to see you cry like this. I don't. And I feel really sick about it. You know what I mean? I came home and I gave her my real life therapist. I texted her. I was very concerned.
She did.
And she knows that's true.
Yeah, and it's hard reliving it and watching it over, Andy.
With that said, you and Bill are much stronger. And I personally think you had intimate conversations and things seemed so much better.
Well, okay. That's somewhat positive.
Yes, I mean.
Well, hopefully you two can be on a path.